Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. What's up guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert, do your own research. Today I'm just going to review a lot of the altcoins that were requested on Twitter. So let's just get to it. This is Link on the daily. I would view this like 1240 area to 1116 area as interesting areas to buy, and the reason is simply that they are strong fib levels as well as SR levels. So you can see this 1240 area. This was an area that had a decent reaction back in March of 2022. And there are also a lot of interactions with that level back in January of 21. So these are some interesting areas, in my opinion, mostly going off fibs because there's not a whole lot of price action for a long time. But you can also see there's a lot of, that's like the last area that price really consolidated with like this 12 to 1050 area. Those are all areas, in my opinion, that should be decent long areas. So yeah, I think it's best just to be patient with the Link. I think that, you know, the 1240 area will come. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Okay, let's take a look at some of these other ones that I marked at. Okay, sorry. I have the tweet thread up, and that's why I'm like reading these. I have most of them. Okay, let's go Dogecoin. Dogecoin I think looks okay, but not really one to buy. And the reason I wouldn't really consider this one to buy is just because I think that Dogecoin, I don't think that Dogecoin is going to have any of the similar gains that it had back in, you know, like previous to 2021, where Dogecoin, like everybody traded Doge BTC. Like you know that was like a guaranteed trade back in 2018, 2019, 2020 or whatever. Everybody has a story where they like bought a shitload of Dogecoin and then just like got too impatient and then sold it. But you knew that it was a near guarantee that it was going to pump, like go insane, and then just go right back to chopping. So if you look back at the old Dogecoin BTC pair, you'd see it were just chop for like literally months or years, have an insane spike, come back down, chop for years like this. It was kind of like a free trade where like you knew it was eventually going to go insane. You just didn't know when it's going to happen. And there was a lot of opportunity costs involved with that. However, since that time, and since it had that massive fucking run back in 2021, I think that given its overall market cap and given how absolutely insane bananas, you know, it had, that move had, I don't think that it's going to have a similar run like it did before. Now, with that said, I think Doge to $1 is probably going to happen eventually. I don't know what or when it's going to look like. You know, if you believe in the overall crypto like market cap getting massive and, you know, us doing really well, I think that like, you know, crypto is obviously going to grow and the total market cap is going to grow, and Doge are probably going to follow as well. But I think that in terms of it having the same amount of gains, at least against the BTC pair, it shouldn't do that like it used to in the past. However, as it currently stands, I don't really think it's really a buy. I mean, the one-day EMAs all got, they're all flip bullish, which is nice to see. You haven't seen that in a while, especially the 200-day EMA. But in my opinion, it's just still like, you could even argue that it's still like in a bearish market structure, where you just have lower highs across the board, and then you have lower lows as well. So, you know, again, not really certain. You could maybe say this is the start of a new market structure, actually, with this low being higher than this wick here. But it would need to have a higher high, in my opinion, above this recent high to confirm it. So I don't know. I mean, I still don't really think it's worth a buy, to be honest. I think there's just better coins. XTZ, Tezos, flip the 200-day EMA. This all these EMAs on the daily looks okay, but and it looks like has this weird type of price action where price just like We call this stairs up, elevator down. So usually when this starts to die, it might just go straight back down. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's at a key level. That's the thing that's interesting, is that it had strong reactions to that key level, like this kind of, you know, December 2019 area. But to be determined if this is actually one that's, you know, one that anybody should buy. I probably don't think so, to be frank and honest with you. Let's go to Kaspa. This one fucking did crazy numbers. Jesus. It looks like I had an old chart on it. Wow. So it looks like on my old chart, it looks like I thought that I had a squiggly here where it was going to go to the 0.5 fib. And it looks like it hit this 200 EMA on the 12 hour and then just traded up. So strong moves. Glad my TA actually kind of almost got there. Any event, it looks pretty strong. Let's clear this all out. You know, you generally want to see this type of structure on in a bullish market. So you see this where it's consolidating, and you have higher highs and higher, or equal highs and higher lows. And this is only really good in a bullish environment. When you see something like this, you can confidently long, you can long resistance actually. And generally speaking, that's not a good idea. But in these cases, in my opinion, it's fine. It's aggressive, but it's fine. We saw this big pop, and now it's chopping down. But like ultimately, it's going to be dependent on Bitcoin. If you want to go down to the lower time frames to look to see like kind of the next areas of liquidity, it probably would be like this 063 area would be my guess. And there's going to be small pockets as well, like right here. But ultimately, like the big areas is this 05 area. Now, like, would you want to see it go all the way back down there? Probably not. Like, you know, if it goes all the way back down and then like that. Certainly possible, of course, but it's going to take Bitcoin shitting the bed in order for that to happen. Okay, so next coin, Cake. Looks pretty strong overall. 200-day EMA, all these EMAs flipped. Currently consolidating near resistance. Don't really think this is a buy, just given the overall area and given the context. Would consider fibbing this out though. I think that a $1.77 would be interesting. It's a 200-day EMA, and usually the 0.5 of the move is pretty good. So I wouldn't buy it here. I would wait and be patient. OP. Getting past the significant high right now is a challenge. All the EMAs are clustered up around this kind of $1.50 area. Don't really know if this is like a great buy, to be frank and honest with you. I don't see anything that's like makes this a great buy. Like if you want, you could wait for a break in the retest and go up. But if anything, I think this is just going to go trade down to like the $1.50 area, and then after that, who knows? All these EMAs are clumped together, and then also if you look at volume profile, you can just see a lot of interaction along this $1.40 area, and then also a little bit higher. So, yeah, not really a buy in my opinion. BBANK, super strong moves lately. Yeah, looks pretty reasonable. Don't really know any targets, to be frank and honest with you. If I were to buy, or if I were to look for a buy, I wouldn't start buying into like this 02 area, kind of like this cluster right here. Lots of EMAs, lots of volume transacted. I mean, from September to November. It still looks pretty strong though, overall. PYR, I commented that this reminded me a lot of Link. All the EMAs are kind of chopped around, consolidated, and it looks like it's breaking out of this range. Overall, this kind of range, I mean, Link had a stronger move up though, but if you were to nab an entry, I would probably look for, if you want to be aggressive, you can look for the range high. around 530, or you can maybe wait a little bit lower to like this 450 area. You can see a lot of consolidation around that part. QNT, shitcoin, wouldn't buy it. No analysis really I can give. It's underperformed everything this run. And even though it looks like it had a nice run from like this $85 up to 120 or whatever, or 115, it just doesn't look good. I wouldn't buy this. TIA, this is one that I actually missed. I am an idiot because like this had my absolute favorite setup, the fib retrace, as you guys, anyone who's been following me knows, that's like my favorite setup. I missed this first pop because it went to the first, and this is the type of exact setup that would hit too. This is the thing that really kind of bugged me, that I missed it because I was in another trade and I wasn't paying attention. And here's the setup I would have taken. I would have bid the 3.8 and the 5.2. I would have gone. Sorry. There was a setup that I really liked on this. Where did it go? Yeah, okay, I remember. I was pissed off. I mean, I was gonna bid the 382 and the 285. I posted this on FriendCheck and I pretty much nailed this bottom, but didn't trade it, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The problem with this current price action is that you see this consolidation and these, it's kind of like the stairs up, elevator down thing that I was talking about before. These bids have all been, they're getting soaked up every time that price retests it. So whenever you see this, it's much different than when price consolidates, goes up, comes down, and goes up like that. Because these bids are getting, what I'm saying is that it's really important on the way down. So like, you know, when this is coming down, there's like a lot of untapped liquidity here that price didn't get through. Whereas here, when price is starting to come down, all this liquidity has already been tapped. And all those bids have already gotten filled. So that's why the elevator down concept really matters, is when price is coming back down, there's no support because support already got tapped on these on the way up. So whereas here, there's all these bids are still yet to be filled, or it's just like a lot more support in these situations. So I'm not saying that Celestia is bearish or anything like that, but what I would like to see is I would like to see price eventually come back down and form a solid, strong base where price just consolidates for a bit, maybe you call it a week, 2 weeks, whatever, and then goes up again. That would be interesting. I actually do believe this is eventually going to go up again, fairly strong. Fresh new narrative, new coin, no sell pressure yet, etc. Sushi had a really strong run, but it quickly retraced pretty much all of its gains. This is pretty predictable because Sushi, although I think it's a strong DeFi project, obviously, I don't really know if it's got the narrative to keep this going. Tag the 618 fib, but overall, I don't really see this continuing yet. I think that we're trading down. I think that it's going to go to the 618 fib around 82 cents. It's close to all of these EMAs, and yeah, that's kind of like what I would do. I would consider buying that, but again, maybe not a must buy. Floki looks strong. Looks strong. I know there's a lot of other price history here, but still looks good. Yeah. Do I buy here? No, probably not. But just because I think Bitcoin is a little bit uneasy, but just going to watch it. Reef, think this is a shitcoin, 200-day EMA acting as resistance. Don't really know why someone would buy this one. It just underperformed everything else. I think that's all. I'll review XRP, just why not? XRP had that super big wick on ETF news that was fake. So, it oddly... No, it doesn't look great. It's, I don't know what the hell to think of this chart. It looks just choppy. Probably just gonna come back down, honestly. Not a buy, in my opinion. 55 cents is the minimum I would start bidding. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support, and talk to you guys soon.